Good morning. We're back live from Las Vegas. It's your good pal Jeremy Dog Danley. We'll be going live with Bar Comedy USA News Double T, calling in from 96.7 FM, The Eagle. I'll be getting a text message, and then we're going live. I got to tell you, I'm not feeling too funny right now. So we'll see how this turns out. I want to give a shout out to all the Pub and Grub comedy tour performers this last weekend. And that's Jake Rubel, Kathy Dice, who brought the goods with the Pub and Grub Comedy Tour's next to last edition in Sanford, Michigan at Northern Lanes. Larry Reeb and Larry Smith. It was a show of two Larrys at T-Dubs in Frankenmuth, Michigan. J.P. McAllister, Eric Winokur in Whitewood, South Dakota at R-Bar. They loved them at I-Bar. And Timmy's Time Out, soon-to-be Legends Bar and Grill in Mouston, Wisconsin, brought in Frank Roach and Bill Stone for the Pub and Grub Comedy Tour. They said they were dynamite. Tim Slagle and Bill Stone also crushed it at Hooters in Altura. That was kind of nerve-wracking. You didn't quite know what to expect on that one, with a little bit of last-minute audibles that needed to be called. But it all worked out. Jeff Cohn and Tyler Corbin at Bison Sports Bar in Hazen, North Dakota. Derek Luna and Andy Gunnan at Coors Tavern in Houma, Louisiana. J.P. McAllister and Brady Gregrich at Bakerville Bar in Marshfield, Wisconsin. So that was a lot of fun. A lot of great reviews. Shout out to all those great comics from the Pub and Grub Comedy Tour. And this week, coming up, we have Steve Sabo and Scott Putnam heading to Milford, Connecticut at the My Bar and Grill. Frank Roach and Skylar Bulks going to Stillwater, Minnesota, the Freight House. Day Peace headed to Sideline Sports Bar and Grill in Janesville, Wisconsin. Derek Luna, Val Werner, from the World Series of Comedy, the hosts this year, are going to Elkhart, Indiana for their first ever show at my dad's place. I think this is Double T letting me know that it's time to go. Yes, it is. All right, I'm going to give Double T a ring. We'll be right back.
Okay. All right.
You know.
Funny all the time, man. Rockford's home for Classic Rock 96.7 The Eagle. Good morning. It is Double T. It is time for Bar Comedy USA News with my man, Dog. Dog, what's happening today, my friend?
Oh, good morning, Double T. It's good to talk to you, and I just want to give you a heads up. I'm not feeling in too humorous of a mood this morning. I don't even really want to talk about it, but I will say this. It's not as easy as people think just getting into comedy mode on command.
Oh, yeah, and I'm sure wherever you are and you're with friends or people you don't know or you meet them for the first time, they're like, all right, what do you do for a living? Well, I'm a comedian. Well, let's say something funny then. You can't you got to be ready. You got to warm up, right?
That's true. And, sometimes you can do it, but it's like trying to remember your Wi-Fi password when you're drunk. You know you got it. You're just going to have to dig deep to find it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Sometimes it takes a little bit of an effort, to get it going, to get a kickstart. Like an old car, you just can't turn it on. Sometimes you got to press the gas a couple of times. You got to jump up and down. You got to do some goofy stuff. But then once you get it going, it's rolling and it's going well.
That's right. And, with comedians, you make it look easy. People say all the time, oh, I'm funny. I could be a comedian. I'm like, you probably are funny in a lot of situations, and I'm sure you have an amazing sense of humor, but can you do it at 8 p.m. on Friday night?
And not just like then, every Friday night.
Every Friday night.
Saturday night, too. And you could get a good show, and you could kill it, and the crowd loves you, but guess what? Then it's over, and then you got to start all over again the next time or the next show or the next time you're doing a performance.
That's right. And no matter what else might be going on in your life, just the general beat down BS of life itself doesn't always have you in that humorous mood. I got to be honest with you, Double T. Most days I actually wake up a little angry about something.
But that's good. That that feeling, that anger, that produces other feelings, which is comedy.
Yeah, you try to channel all that into comedy gold. That's the thing about doing stand-up comedy is once you get over the nonsense, you can usually turn that into something that's positive. But in the meantime, you got to do a radio spot and crack jokes, but you're pissed off about your broke down car. Well, I'm just trying to say, Double T, a lot of people say, oh, you're so confident. You make it look so easy. Well, that is a facade. There's a lot of fragile ego and a whole lot of self-doubt. And you're right. Sometimes that means we're going to have to sacrifice our dignity in the process.
And then, not all the time when you're in that mood and you're trying to get it going, do you have a good crowd. Not every crowd is a great comedy crowd. Some of them you got to work a little bit harder for, and that makes it even more difficult when you're in a grumpy mood.
Oh, 100%. If you've got a resilient bunch, hecklers, and, a crowd that's not really paying attention, and you've got some sort of existential crisis going on in your life at the same time, those are the types of video clips that go viral. Those are the clips where it's like comedian snaps on heckler, smashes him in the head with a guitar.
Have you personally ever had an experience like that?
Well, there have definitely been times when I was desperately looking around the stage for a guitar. What it usually turned out, Double T, is me taking a few too many shots of tequila and then just yelling at the audience for the next 30 minutes.
I mean, is that the way to get over it? When you're in that mood and you're trying to shake it, you got to get up. The show must go on. A couple of shots of tequila or some sort of booze, is that kind of what helps you get through?
It'd make the comedian feel better. Probably not the venue owner, operator, or booker when they have to refund ticket money. Those are the nights, Double T. Those are the nights, Double T, when I'm like, you know what my closing bit is going to be?
What's that?
I'm just going to pee in a bucket on the stage.
Now, that would definitely go viral.
Well, in more ways than one. Online, and the biohazard that it would create after I finished like a Gallagher concert.
It's Bar Comedy USA News with comedian Jared Dog. Tell everybody about the Pub and Grub Comedy Tour and how they can find it.
Well, you can go to barcomictix.com. That's Tix, not ticks like that big bug that lands on your dog in the summertime. Barcomictix.com. Go see the Pub and Grub Comedy Tour. When life gives you lemons, make things with lemons. Go to barcomictix.com. Go see some comedy this weekend. We got a lot of great shows for you.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Double T.
It's Rockford's home for Classic Rock 96.7 The Eagle. Cool, man. Appreciate it.
Likewise. Just like I was saying a bit, it took a little bit, but, maybe a little bit of coffee and a kick in the ass, but I got going.
Yeah, you did. I think it worked out. I think it's good. Well, cool, man.
All right. Thanks, Double T. Talk to you next week.
No problem. Yep, definitely.
All right, guys. That was Double T. We'll see you next week. Bar Comedy USA News or more breaking news as Bar Comedy USA events warrant. That's it for now. Dog bless America.